Hi all. Today we'll see the types of DC generator. In the last class we have seen the operational principle of a DC generator. So today we will see the types of DC generator. Here the types of DC generators according to the field excitation. You see here, according to the field excitation there are two different types of excitations, that is a separately excitation DC generator and the self-excitation DC generator. In the self-excitation DC generator, again there are three types. The first one is a series and shunt type and compound type DC generator. These three generators are divided according to the field position. And one more DC generator is available, that is a permanent magnet DC generator, which is a part from our syllabus. The first one is a separately DC excitation. So here what we'll see, this is a circuit diagram of a separately excited DC generator. So here if we observe the field is excited separately with some battery or else from other source, from external source. So hence it is called as separately excited DC generator. So if we observe here, there are IF, which is a field current, IA and IL. So this field current is going like this from positive to the negative. Okay, and this is a current IA, which is an armature current. If you see here, IA is an armature current, IL is a load current which is going to the load here, and V is the terminal voltage, EG is the generated EMF, and voltage drop in an armature at here. The voltage drop in an armature, because armature will have a resistance which is RA, that is IA into RA. Let IA is equals to IL, which is equals to IC. So this IA is equal to IL because it is in series connection. Then the voltage across the load V is equals to I into RA. So the power generator PG is equals to EG into IA. Then what is a self-excited DC generator? Here, these are the generator whose field magnets are energized by the current supplied by themselves. So the current which is provided by themselves, hence it is called as self-excited generators. In these types of machines, field coils are internally connected with the armature. Due to residual magnetism, some flux is always present in the poles. When the armature is rotated, some EMF is induced, hence some induced current is produced. This small current flows through the field coils as well as the load, and thereby strengthening the pole flux. As the pole flux is strengthened, it will produce more armature EMF, which cause further increasing of current through the field, and this increased field current further raises armature EMF, again increases, and the cumulative phenomenon which will follow until the excitation reaches the rated value. So here if we see, according to the position of the field coil, the DC generators are of three types, that is series generator, shunt generator and compound generator. In series generator, the field is connected in series with the armature, and in shunt generator, the field is connected across the armature. In compound generator, it is a combination of both the series and shunt. In series generator, in these type of generator, the field windings are connected in series with the armature, as I said before. So whole current flows through the field coils as well as the load. As the series field winding carries full load current, it is designed with relatively small turns of thick wire. The electrical resistance of the series field winding is therefore very low, which is of 0.5 ohms. So this is a series field generator circuit diagram. If we observe here, see here the series field winding is connected in series with the armature, and these turns will be of very thick wire and short number of turns when compared to the shunt field winding. If we observe here, this IA is an armature current and ISC is a series current, IL is a load current. These three will be equal because it is connected in series. Let we see, RSC is a series winding resistance, ISC is a current flowing through the series field, RA is a armature resistance, and IA is a armature current, IL is a load current, V is a terminal voltage, EG is a generated EMF. These all are similar to that of the separately excited DC generator only, but there is a difference only according to the field excitations. So then if we observe according to the according to the circuit diagram, then IA is equals to ISC is equals to IL. We can name it as I. Voltage across the load, that is V is equals to EG minus I into EG minus IARA. Okay, there is no I. Okay, fine. So power generated, EG is equals to EG into I. Power delivered to the load, that is PL is equals to V into I. So this is according to the Kirchhoff voltage law applied, a Kirchhoff voltage law here. So V is equals to EG minus IA into RA. Okay. In shunt generator, the voltage in the field winding is same as the voltage across the terminal. And yes, this can be explained better by the circuit diagram. So we will go to the circuit diagram. So this is the circuit diagram. Yes, if we observe, this field winding is connected parallel to the armature winding. Okay. Hence it is called as a shunt field winding DC generator. And if we observe one more thing, that this is very long and the winding will be thin when compared to the series generator. Okay, here if we yes, let these all are will be same as before only, that is RSH, which is indicating this only, this RSH will be different, that this is a shunt winding resistance and ISH is a current flowing through the shunt field, and RA is an armature resistance, already we know it, and IA is an armature current and IL is an load current, V is a terminal voltage and EG is a generated EMF. So shunt field current ISH is equals to V by RSH according to the Ohm's law, and voltage across the load, that V is equals to EG minus IA RA according to Kirchhoff voltage law, and the power generated EG is equals to EG into IA, and the power delivered to the load PL is equals to V into IA. And the compound generator, it is nothing but it is a combination of both the series and the shunt field winding. In series wound generator, the output voltage is directly proportional to the load current. In shunt wound generator, the output voltage is inversely proportional with load current. A combination of these two types of generators can overcome the disadvantages of both. So this combination of winding is called the compound wound DC generator. Compound wound generator have both a series field winding and also a shunt field winding. One winding is placed in series with the armature and the other is parallel with the armature. So in compound generator there are again two types, that is a short shunt and a long shunt. This is a short shunt DC compound generator. See, the generator in which only shunt field winding is in parallel with the armature winding. So the shunt field winding is parallel with only armature winding is called a short shunt DC compound generator. Okay. So here if we see, we have IA, ISH, ISC, IL and I. So these all already we know some of the things before, that ISC will represent the series field winding, but here now ISC is same as IL because both are in series. Okay. Then ISH, which is equals to V plus ISC RSC divided by RSH. Here armature current IA is equals to IL or ISC, anything, plus ISH. So voltage across the load V is equals to, according to the Kirchhoff voltage law, V is equals to EG minus IARA minus ISC RSC. So the power generated PG is equals to EG into IA, and the power delivered to the load is P is equals to V into IA. And now if we go for long shunt compound DC generator, the generator in which shunt field winding is in parallel with both the series field and also armature. Okay, if we see in the figure, see this winding is in parallel with armature and also series field. Okay, so now IA will be equal to, IA is equals to ISC plus ISH. And here ISH is equals to V by RSH, just like a shunt generator. Okay, the armature current IA is equals to IL plus ISH. The armature current is also equal to ISC because IA and ISC both are in series. The voltage across the load V is equals to EG minus IARA minus ISC RSC. So here we know that IA and ISC both are same. So here I am taking common. So EG minus IA, RA plus ISC, and the power generator PG is equals to EG into IA, and the power delivered to the load is equals to V into I. In the compound generator, the shunt field is stronger than the series field. When the series field assists the shunt field, generator is said to be cumulative compound generator. In other hand, if the series field opposes the shunt field, the generator is said to be a differentially compound generator. So in the compound generators, there are again two different types according to the field opposing and aiding. So if the two fields are aiding to each other, then it is a cumulatively compound generator. If two fields are opposing each other, then it is a differentially compound generator. So hope this session is understood to you. Thank you.